However, due to political issues, it is unlikely it will be able to acquire such an advanced fighter in the near future. As a result, the RACAF has opted for up to 66 new F-16C/D Block 50/52 as its interim replacement fighter. 112. As with all military purchases, Beijing has expressed opposition to the sale. 113. In August 2019, the Trump administration approved the sale of up to 66 new F-16 Block 70s worth up to $8 billion to Taiwan. 114. 115. Taiwan has upgraded 64 of its F-16 forward/B aircraft to F-16V standard. 116. Thailand. 2 Royal Thai Air Force F-16 aircraft fly in formation March 17, 2009, as a part of the aerial missions of Exercise Cope Tiger in Korat, Thailand. The Royal Thai Air Force was initially considered a candidate to purchase the F-16 forward/79. Thailand's first order was for 12 F-16 forward/B Block 15 OCU fighters, immediately bolstered by a further 6 F-16 Block 15 OCU planes. 18 more aircraft were received in 1995, the last new production Block 15 aircraft built. An attempt to buy F-18 Hornets failed, and in place of them, the U.S. offered to sell former USAF F-16 ADFs as excess defense articles. A total of 18 aircraft were bought. In early 2005, the Royal Thai Air Force received 3 F-16 Block 15 OCUs and 4 F-16B Block 15 OCU from the Republic of Singapore Air Force. The Thai Foreign Military Sales Program is known as Peace Narijuan. In 2011, 18 F-16 forward/B Block 15 OCUs from 403 SQD will be upgraded to F-16 MLU standards. Latin America. Chile. A Chilean F-16 Block 50 forward/52 plus the Chilean Air Force selected the F-16 as the winner of a long-running competition to provide the nation's next generation of fighter aircraft in 2000. The F-16 competed successfully against the JAS-39 Gripen, the Dassault Mirage 2000, and the F-18 Hornet. The deal for 6C and 4D model aircraft was valued at $600 million in 2002 and was conducted under a program named Peace Puma. 18 surplus F-16 forward/B MLU aircraft, 11 F-16Ms and 7 F-16BMs, were bought from the Netherlands in 2005, and were delivered by mid-2006. 117. In late 2008, the Chilean Ministry of Defense expressed its interest in buying 18 more aircraft from the Netherlands. 118, which was later confirmed in April 2009. 119. The Chilean F-16 Block 50s can be armed with U.S. missiles such as the AIM-120 AMRAAM and AIM-9 Sidewinder, and the Israeli-made Derby, Python 4 and Python V. The Chilean F-16s are part of the following units: 1 St Air Brigade, I Brigada Air Area, in Los Condes Air Base. 3 Road Aviation Group, Grupo de Aviación N. 3. 5th Air Brigade, V Brigada Air Area, in Cerro Moreno Air Base. 7 Th Aviation Group, Grupo de Aviación N7. 8th Aviation Group, Grupo de Aviación N8. Venezuela. Venezuelan Air Force General Dynamics F-16 a Fighting Falcon, 401. The first and for a long time the only Latin American user of the F-16. Venezuela ordered a total of 24 F-16 forward/B Block 15 aircraft in May 1982 under the Peace Delta program. The U.S. government originally offered the F-16 forward/J79 version, but eventually authorized the sale of the standard Block 15 version. 120. Deliveries of 18A models and 6B models began in September 1983 and were completed in 1985. Since entering operational service in 1984, these fighters have served with 161st and 162nd Fighter Squadrons of Fighter Air Group 16 at El Libertador Air Base, Palo Negro. The Venezuelan Air Force had wanted to order a further batch of 24 aircraft, but was unable to afford the purchase. 121. Venezuela has been seeking 2 attrition replacements for lost F-16s since late 1997, 122, but has not been able to obtain them due to financial problems and souring relations between the United States and the government of President Hugo Chavez. On the 15th of May, 2006, the U.S. government announced that it will enact a ban on arms sales to Venezuela to become effective at the beginning of October of that year. This embargo was expected to soon render Venezuela's F-16 fleet non-operational, and General Alberto Muller, a military advisor to President Chavez, responded to the embargo announcement with a threat to sell Venezuela's remaining 21 F-16s to Iran. 123. Subsequently, the Chavez government decided to pursue replacement of its American-sourced military aircraft inventory with Russian aircraft, and in mid-June 2006 it was revealed that Venezuela had recently ordered several Sukhoi Su-30s. 124. Venezuela's F-16s have been modified to use the Israeli Python 4 infrared guided air-to-air missile. 125. They are also capable of carrying the Rafael Lightning II targeting pod. Operating Units Model Location 16 Grupo Aéreo de Casa Dragons El Libertador Air Base, Palo Negro Escuadrón de Casa 161 Caribs F-16 A/B Block 15 El Libertador Air Base, Palo Negro Escuadrón de Casa 162 Gavilans F-16 A/B Block 15 El Libertador Air Base, Palo Negro. Former operators. Italy. General Dynamics F-16 of the Italian Air Force. Italy decided on the Eurofighter Typhoon as its next generation of air defense fighter, however this aircraft faced delivery delays for some time. In the meantime, 24 Panavia Tornado ADV jets from the United Kingdom were leased to cover the gap. This lease renewed in 2003, without the Typhoon being ready for service. The solution was provided by a 5-year lease of 34 F-16s, with an option to extend the lease for another 5 years. 30 aircraft were F-16 A/B Block 15 ADFs, while the remaining 4 were earlier block aircraft for spares. These were all used U.S. Air Force fighters. In June 2010, the Italian Air Force started the return of the F-16s to the United States, which was completed on the 23rd of May, 2012, when all Italian F-16s were returned to the U.S. 126. The Italian Foreign Military Sales Program was known as Peace Caesar. Future operators. Bulgaria. It was reported in December 2012 that Bulgaria was going to negotiate buying 8 or 9 second-hand fighter jets. Among the contenders were the Swedish Gripen, second-hand Italian Eurofighters and second-hand Portuguese F-16s. 127. Later, in January 2013, it was reported that the Bulgarian Defense Ministry was expected to buy 9 F-16s from Portugal. 128. The final phase of the initial preparations was to be started by the middle of 2013. 129. However, widespread protests led to the resignation of the Borisov cabinet, which delayed all government plans and activities. A new round of negotiations for the purchase of second-hand Greek F-16s had started by the middle of 2014. 130. Possible negotiations with the US were also expected, with hopes of reaching a decision over the procurement in 2015. 131. In July 2015, the government of Bulgaria approved negotiations with Belgium, the Netherlands and Greece for the procurement of second-hand F-16s. The increasingly pressing issue of MiG-29 maintenance, which had been pushing on the deadlines of the procurement, was expected to be resolved by an agreement with Poland for the repairs of the jet's engines. 132. The decision was further delayed beyond 2015 because no money had been set aside for the purchase. To alleviate the issue of air defense, the Ministry of Defense proposed to allow other NATO members to conduct air policing missions with the Bulgarian Air Force. By then, only 4 Bulgarian MiG-29s had enough flying capacity left to conduct air policing. 133. This nearly led to the stepping down of the Bulgarian Air Force commander at the time, Roman Radov, as a protest against the Defense Ministry's plan to conduct joint air policing missions. He stated that the overhaul of MiG-29 engines was only a temporary solution, with the purchase of new fighters still considered urgent. 134. In response, the Bulgarian Ministry of Finance reportedly set aside funding for the purchase of new fighter jets in the 2016 budget draft. 135. Plans and procedures for the procurement of fighter jets and patrol ships were established in the middle of 2016, with around 2.42 billion lev, 1.24 billion euro, earmarked for the projects. 136. 137. The estimated cost of the jets was expected to be around 1.5 billion lev, and a contract for 8 aircraft was supposed to be reached by the end of 2016. Deliveries were planned from 2018 to 2021, and those of an additional 8 aircraft from 2022 to 2023. 138. In October 2016, it was alleged that technical specifications for the procurement had been altered to favor the F-16, which led to several Bulgarian members of parliament to request comments from the Minister of Defense. 139. More delays were met as Prime Minister Boyko Borisov resigned due to his party's presidential candidate losing the elections, and because Bulgarian parties failed to form a new government, which led to new elections. By March 2017, the Bulgarian Ministry of Defense had received 3 offers, from Sweden with Gripens, from Italy with second-hand Eurofighters, and from Portugal with second-hand US F-16s. A working group began evaluating these offers, 140, and by April, concluded that the Gripen was the preferred choice. 141. In June 2017, Bulgaria had said that it would start negotiations for the Gripen. However, the procurement was again put on hold over concerns that not all bidders were treated equally. A new round of proposals was asked, which also included newly built Eurofighters from Italy and F-16s from the United States. 142. In November 2017, it was reported that the Bulgarian Air Force was also looking into buying Usmada Super Hornets. A decision was expected by July 2018. 143. In March 2018, it was reported that Israel was be invited to participate in the tender with F-16C/D fighter jets. 144. In December 2018, the Bulgarian Ministry of Defense selected the offer for 8 F-16Vs from the United States for an estimated $1.8 billion of $1.05 billion as the preferred option, and recommended the government to start talks with the US. 145. On the 16th of January, 2019, the Bulgarian parliament approved the government's proposal to start negotiations with the United States to purchase F-16V Block 70 aircraft. 146. In May 2019, however, Bulgarian Minister of Defense Krasimir Karakachanov stated in a radio interview that Bulgaria was considering walking away from negotiations for the aircraft, saying that although Bulgaria was not expecting aircraft for free, but at normal prices, taking into account the prices offered to other countries, for example Slovakia. 147. On June 3, 2019, the U.S. State Department approved the possible sale of 8 F-16s to Bulgaria. The cost of contract was estimated at $1.2 billion. 148. The deal was vetoed by the Bulgarian President, Rumen Radev, on the 23rd of July, 2019, citing the need to find a broader consensus for the deal, sending the deal back to Parliament. 149. But on the 26th of July the deal was again approved by Parliament, overruling the veto, and this time was approved by Radev. 150. In November 2022, the purchase of a further 8 planes, spares, weapons and other systems was approved by the Parliament, for delivery in 2027. 151. Slovakia. Slovakia had been looking to replace its aging fleet of MiG-29s since at least 2014, when an option or leasing Swedish Saab JAS-39 Gripen fighters was considered. A possible proposal was finalized in December 2015. However, by June 2016, the deal was rejected due to concerns over cost. Following this, a new round of negotiations was opened. 152. In February 2018, it was reported that Slovakia was in talks to buy either the F-16 or the Gripen fighter jets. 153. In April 2018, the Slovak Ministry of Defense received an offer for F-16 fighters, amounting to $2.91 billion, from the U.S. Department of Defense. 154. On 11 July 2018, the government of Slovakia approved the purchase of 14 F-16 Block 70/72 fighters for €1.589 billion, $1.86 billion. 155. In November 2018, the Slovak Ministry of Defense announced it had placed an order for 14 F-16 VS for €1.6 billion. 156. Soon after, however, the country's Prime Minister went on record to say the contracts were invalid, stating the documents had not been approved by the Ministry of Finance. 157. It was rapidly alleged that the inability of the ministries to cooperate was due to political rivalries, and the F-16 purchase had caused a minor political crisis in Slovakia. 158. On the 12th of December 2018, the contract to acquire 12 single-seat and 2 twin-seat F-16 Block 70/72s was officially signed by Slovakian Minister of Defense Peter Gajdos. The first aircraft to arrive into service are scheduled as soon as 2022. 159. 160. Potential operators. Argentina. In November 2015, after freezing the purchase of IAIC-4 aircraft from Israel, the Argentine Air Force requested price and availability of the F-16 from the U.S. as a definitive combat aircraft, and the eventual acquisition should be decided in the future. 161. However, no deal had been materialized by September 2020. On the 12th of August, 2021, Argentina received an offer from Southcom General Laura J. Richardson for a total of 26 F-16 Block 40s with an additional 18 to be donated if the deal is closed. This deal comes alongside other offers by Chinese, Russian, and Indian